Okay, so it's MJ Spica again, and I'm doing another quick blog post. I guess, what can I tell you? Pimping off my book series. This is my business card from Brothers, in case you haven't seen or heard before. And it looks backwards on the video. Well, that's a lot of good. So, what can I talk about here? Brothers is my latest book, I should say, from the Gods Among Dragons series. And in case you haven't heard of it yet, or haven't read it, it's best described as a young adult novel. It's a full-length novel, approximately 320 some pages, give or take, and is about, obviously, two brothers. So here's the catch about this. Brothers takes place in the Viking era. Yes, I know we have quite a few dragon books right now taking place in the Viking era. Okay, this is between 10 and 11 AD. And the twist on this is, instead of just focusing on Vikings and dragons, which has been done quite a bit, it's more focusing on mythology, magic, and pretty much the supernatural. So Brothers is about a young Viking named Eric. And he has an older brother named Vidar. Now, when Eric was born, he was a very tiny, very sickly baby. And, of course, back in that time, at least in some cultures, I'm not saying it's true for Vikings in the North or the Nordic period, or anything like that, but in this, pretty much, if you're too small, if you're sickly, then you're doomed to death. Okay? So, Eric was supposed to be sacrificed to the gods. Because not only was he sickly and whatnot, he was very different. He was born with strange markings, with a leg that was twisted and badly injured due to an accident at birth. So his father, who happened to be the chieftain, decided that this had to be some curse from the gods or something, and decided to get rid of him. And he was supposed to be sacrificed to the gods. Now, Eric has an older brother named Vidar. Vidar is about 4 years older, and he may only be a little kid, but he kind of knows a thing or two about good and bad. And as far as he was concerned, what his dad was doing was bad. So he went out of his way, and he pretty much saved his baby brother. And to make sure that he was safe, he sent Eric away. This all is pointed out in the first chapter, so I'm not really giving any spoilers. Anyhow, what happens is the two boys grow up in separate tribes with separate ways of living. A whole different moral code. Anything that you would pretty much expect from two kids being separated and being raised in two different families. In this case, two different tribes. So, as they get older, Eric and Vidar, they become friends. The tribes do interact. And surprisingly enough, Eric's secret is safe. Until one day, the brothers reunite as brothers and have to work through the differences while dealing with an enemy tribe and Eric's passion for dragons. So, how do I explain this? The magical part about it is Eric. Okay? Eric is, as I said, not your typical Viking. He's not your typical person. He's born with strange markings. He's born with strange abilities. The question becomes, what is he? Is he human? Is he God? Or is he something in between? And that becomes the question of the book. What is Eric? Who is Eric? No. A lot of stuff is explained right at the beginning to give you an idea of where he comes from. But not who or what he is. So I'm asking everybody, please check out the book. It is very interesting. It's not your typical Dragon and Viking book. It's not your typical teen novel. It's very in-depth, very emotional. It's a very emotional roller coaster. And there's 3 books in the series. Right now, Brothers is available. Come October of this year, October 2017, Victory is coming out, which is the 2nd book in the series, and follows shortly after Brothers, and explains more about who and what Eric is. Next year, October 2018, will be the 3rd book in the series, Beyond. Right now, Beyond is the working title. It was originally called Beyond Valhalla, and might go back to being that. I'm not quite sure yet. And it wraps up the 3 books. Pretty much, it explains exactly who Eric is, what his abilities are, and if he can accept who he is. Which is a question a lot of teenagers go through. Especially when you go through some of the emotional trauma that he ends up going through. And that's the thing about this book series, is it's mainly directed towards kids who are different. You know, everybody's different. Like, what kid is the same as the next kid? Nobody really knows what goes on behind closed doors. And this book series takes a look at one special teen as he comes of age and comes to accept who and what he is. So I hope people are interested and will check it out. You can learn more on my website, www.mjspickett.com. Pretty much mjspickett.com. And on that website, there is also an events page. There's not much there yet. I'm still updating. And it will tell you pretty much any events I'm going to be going to. Book signings, meet the author events, conventions, and as well as pages dedicated to the books. Now on the website, there's at this point 3 different sections for the books because there's 3 different age groups. There's my young adult series, which is Gods Among Dragons. There's my more general paranormal fiction, which is Raven's Realm. And then there's the erotica page, which, please, grown-ups only. I'm asking parents to monitor for your children because it is erotica. Some of it has excerpts, but it's all very tame. Nothing more than PG for the excerpts, just because I want to be safe. And any questions, you can always contact me on my blog there. There is a comments section. So, don't be afraid to ask questions. And that's it for today. So, I hope everybody has a good day and checks out the website. Maybe buy some books. Bye.